Hi, it's Mark Shepherd, acupuncturist in Donington, West Sussex. So what I've been doing is starting to, as well as interview and chatting with therapists around the world, I'm also enjoying focusing on some local businesses. And I'd like to introduce you today to George of the Mitchells Not Just Travel. George is a personal travel consultant. And what we're going to be talking about today is how the current situation, the COVID situation, is affecting the travel industry. So, hi George, how you doing?
Hi, good afternoon, Mark. It's good to see you.
Likewise. And before we jump into things, can you just explain to us what a personal travel consultant is?
Um, uh, well, basically, we are a travel company. It's our own company, and we can service the whole travel market. We're not tied to any particular brand. We have hundreds of suppliers that we can access. So for us, as personal travel consultants, to explain more about it, it's more of a one-to-one service. When you go into the high street, you go into your travel agency, you don't get that personal service. You don't get treated as soon as you walk out the door, you've paid your money, you're gone. For us, we like to look after our customers from the first initial phone call, right through the booking process, right through the holiday itself. On that, our aim is to keep you as a client of ours for 10 years plus. We want to treat you, your family, and we will service your travel needs for as long as possible. And it's given that our clients like that one-to-one service. We don't charge any extra for our service. Our money comes from the travel suppliers themselves. So we don't charge any extra for the service. So we can pass back that saving to the customers. Plus you're getting that, if something goes wrong, God forbid something goes wrong, or you need help, or you need to book something else, or quickly, we're on the other end of the phone. We will always pick up the phone.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for that, George. And we're both members of a networking group, and I know that a number of people there have used your services, and they've spoken so highly of it. So it's brilliant. And so, getting on to the main bit today, and the whole COVID situation and how it's affecting the travel industry, it'd be really great just to hand over to you and hear your thoughts about this.
I think initially, from our point of view, it was servicing our customers, making sure our clients were kept informed, making sure they knew the processes of whether rebooking. There was lots of information. And from our point of view, the clients come first, obviously. So it's keeping individual clients with different things, different travel plans going on. We had clients that were still away at the time. There was lots of things going on when the lockdown started. So it's been busy initially with things like that. The situation itself from the travel industry, it's exasperating. Guidelines changing every day. I don't think there's been enough guidance from the government, whether by our government or other governments. I think they've kind of left the travel industry in limbo. Hopefully that might change sometime soon. I know there's constantly things going on with the industry itself. The CAA are looking into refund policies of airlines at the moment and trying to make it a bit more stringent, to make sure that the consumer is looked after. And from our point of view as independent, and we're the middle person. We don't buy the airline. We don't buy the airline tickets. We're the middleman, and we're making sure that our clients' needs are satisfied and making sure it's the correct outcome for them. But COVID-19, I don't think the world will be the same again. Travel-wise, there is the green shoots at the moment. It is starting to move again. We can see a footfall on our website gradually picking up steadily. We're in the hundreds again every day, which is still lower than what it was. But things are starting to move again. It's been a terrible time for everybody, and I think people's health and well-being comes first. Of course it does. And I think with that, people that have had travel booked, people that have had holidays booked, it's difficult for them because it's one worry that they can do without. You know, if they're looking for a refund or they're trying to rebook a travel company, some people are not answering their phones. Travel companies are, I think, from our point of view, that's what we provide. We'll always pick up the phone to our clients, always. And we do seem to always, because it's trade, always seem to get through to suppliers as well. Whereas I was talking to someone this morning who were having problems with a major cruise company, and they've not been having any answer emails, telephone calls, and getting passed from pillar to post for months now. You know, so we're looking at that for them. But I think that's the thing. I think the industry will never be the same again. But going forward, you know, travel does seem to be moving again. I'm smiling about it because, you know, being in the travel industry, if nobody's traveling, you know, it's no good for us, obviously. We will still be here. There are some word on the grapevine through industry. Some of the major players, online travel companies, won't be with us by the end of it. There has been talk about that for a while now. So I think there is some green shoots of it moving again, but I think it won't be the same. You know, I think there'll be major changes to the way we go through airports, to the way we arrive at resort, right back to the way we come home. Are we self-isolating when we get back? What are we doing? I mean, at the moment, despite the fact you have countries like Cyprus and Greece who are opening up again in the early June for travel industry. Cyprus are saying they want to be open by the first week in June, back for tourism. Greece are talking about maybe the 15th, around mid-June. And it's how they do that. It's how they do the social distancing. You know, when you do all-inclusive at a hotel, it's a buffet. How do they do that? How do they cope with things like that? I think there's a lot of questions need to be answered. Our main concern is our customers, is our clients. When you're booking online, when you're going into your travel agents, they don't care how you're getting your buffet. They don't care how you're getting your all-inclusive. Once you've paid your money, that's when they make a call. You know, we're starting to get inquiries again. A lot of inquiries coming through for staycation, for UK holidays. They're talking about possibly allowing UK holidays, camping holidays, some hotels opening up, probably mid-July. So I don't think the summer's a complete bust. I think that we will have a chance to have some sort of vacation this year. But yeah, it's positive. There's a lot of positives from the bloom of the start of it, and everybody, I think Britain went into the lockdown very well. I think the mentality of the public was fantastic. They've handled it very well, but I think they now want to see more of an outline of how we're going to get out of it, how we're going to go forward. And it's holiday plans, it's things like that. Most of our bookings that we're receiving at the moment and inquiries are for next year. We've, you know, summer holidays booking into July, August. Some cruise companies are booking into 2022 at the moment. Disney and things like that as well are going that far forward. But I think travel is a very resilient industry. It's not going anywhere. There will be companies that the supplier list will be thinned out, but I think we are resilient. And you know, we've had natural disasters, terrorist attacks. There's been lots of things that's halted in the past for months and for a long time. After various terrorist attacks, people didn't want to travel to various parts of the world. But do you know what? It comes back, it bounces back. And I think that's one of the things from our point of view why we're so positive about the future is industry.
Yeah, thank you for that, George. And it's like you say, it's things do bounce back again, and some of the questions I've had there you've already answered, which is brilliant, because one was going to be, are people currently taking bookings? And the answer to that sounds like to be a yes.
I mean, we didn't advertise at all until about last week. We put our website's always up and running. You can always go to our website, mitchellstravel.com, or Mitchell's Not Just Travel. You always go to the website and explore holidays, get some inspiration. There is a direct booking on there, but people are starting to call inquiries in, and that's the best to get the best out of our service is to pick up the phone. There is some fantastic offers out there at the moment, but for next year going forward, and people are starting to move again. People are starting to look. We have an offer on there today on our Facebook page, and I've had 10 inquiries from it so far. It's a US February next year, and there's been a lot of interest in it. So people are starting to look. People are at home. They're sitting on the internet. They're looking. People are working from home. They've got their PCs in front of them. Are they working all the time? I'm not sure. Or are they looking at new cars, or holidays, new houses? I think people are starting to look, and we're having more and more inquiries all the time.
And I'm just pausing there. I'm muting myself as we go because I've got quite a few small people in the house, and yeah, like you say,
Yeah,
you do offer a personal service. So the way to get the most from that is actually calling you, and you are obviously, you're a very easy guy to talk to, and you build rapport very well. So that is the best way to get the most out of the service you offer.
yeah, of course. I mean, our website's there. You can explore. You can direct book from the website, but it's these prices for us. We can most of our suppliers, 50 suppliers, we can access now. About 60% of that the public can't access. So these are trade only. Now, with the trade only supplier, when you call us and give us a guide on what you want to do or where you want to go, with our trade only suppliers, we can affect the price on that. So the price that you might be able to get in a holiday shop in the town centre will be completely different from the one I can get from my trade only. Now, again, we don't charge anything extra for our service. We're there for the best outcome from our client. Well, it doesn't matter what, I mean, obviously we're there to make money, but we make that money from the supply. It's more beneficial for the clients, but also beneficial for ourselves. But it's making sure that their needs are met. It's easier to do that through a phone call. It's having a conversation one-to-one with someone and saying, what do you like from a holiday? It's what when you go into a travel shop, you tend to have in your mind what you want to do, where you want to go. Do you like cruise? Do you like a beach? Do you want to go to a city break? These are all questions that we find out now. When we have that information is kept, so you know your client. So next time they want to go on holiday, it's keeping in touch. It's speaking to them. Where next? What you want to do? You know that. You know where they want to go, how many children they have. You've got that one-to-one service. You know what their needs are, and that's what our service is all about. Whether you're stranded in the middle of the night needing a fresh flight booked, the phone will be picked up. You won't be left. Our service is it's that caring. We care about our clients. I can't hear you, Mark. You must
Thank
have
you.
muted.
Yeah, I've muted myself again. I'm sorry. And so it's a great personal service because sometimes people maybe think they want one thing out of a holiday, but having spoken to you and been guided, they can actually find out something totally. And the other thing I wanted to get onto, mention is that you help people with the staycations as well. You help people with the UK holidays.
Yeah, UK holiday. We do any type of holiday, even if from a theatre breaks in London or wherever you want to go, whether it's a concert or anything. We will do city breaks, beach breaks, caravans. If you want to go camping, anything. Hotel only, flight only. If you want to go round the world cruise, anything at all to do with travel. Train journeys. We do some fantastic train travel. Some fantastic right through Europe, Asia and stuff like that. Any type of travel you can think of. But staycations at the moment, there is that thing because people have got the apprehension of going abroad at the moment. They're still not sure of the rules and regulations of what's going to happen. So people are looking at it. They're outside in the sunshine. I'm looking to my right there because it is scorching outside here in Bognor at the moment. But people are looking at holidays in this country. So whether it's if you want to go to a holiday camp, or one of the majors, whether it be Butlins and things like that, or if you want to go to the Isle of Wight and have a break, or you know, if you want to go to Brighton, or you know, it doesn't matter, anything to do with travel. But people are more looking at staycations at the minute. I think there's more chance of it being fully up and running if you want to go camping and stuff like that. Hotels might be a bit different at the minute, whether there's food or drinks involved, and I think the bar might still be closed in places like that at the minute. But staycations is going to be a big thing this summer. I think people will be looking more at home rather than abroad.
And so, can you tell us, George, where are you? How do people get in contact with you?
Oh, well, the best way to get in contact with us is on the telephone. Our telephone number is 01243 939 555. Also, there's on our website, if you go to Mitchell's Not Just Travel or Mitchell's Travel in there, there is a contact us, so that you can click the link, contact, and tell us, give us a rough outline of what you're looking for, and we'll get in contact with you. You just leave your contact details. But it's best to pick up the telephone. It's always best to pick up the phone. It allows us to then affect the price, speak to our suppliers, and get the best deal possible for our clients.
That's brilliant. Well, I really appreciate your time on that today, George, because you know it's people work all year to get to this point where they're going to have their holiday, and it's such, and to make that an easy and enjoyable time is just so important. And so I'll be putting details of your website and your telephone number after the video when we post it. And do you have any final words you'd like to add?
Yeah, do you know what? If final words for the public and people looking to book holidays and stuff, don't be frightened. You know, there is things out there at the moment. You know, have something to look forward to. This is not going to last forever, but have something to look forward to. If you've got travel booked and you've had to change your travel plans, do you know what? We're here for advice, whether you've booked with us or not. We're here to, if you want to call for advice, if you're having any problems with your current suppliers. There is lots of holidays out there going forward and looking forward, whether it's in the UK or abroad. People are starting to move, people are starting to look, and I think there is some fantastic offers out there at the moment. Prices may change, I think, going into next year, but I think at the moment, this is an ideal time to book your next vacation for 2021 even.
That's great. Well, thank you again for your time today. It's been brilliant. Like I say, I'll post your details after the video, but no, thanks again. And yeah, it's great to inject some positivity. So it's been brilliant talking to you. Thanks very much, George.
Thank you.